What's up, loser?
What the heck are you doing? How'd you get in here? I just pulled the tractor into the garage.
I'm everywhere.
Well, what are you doing?
I was wondering the same thing with you.
Nothing. I'm just going to do a little work on the tractor here. I've been having a little issue in the capacity department.
Yeah, you bought a Kubota.
Hey man, it's a good tractor, okay?
Except that it doesn't do what you need it to do.
Guess you got a point there. Well, hopefully after I do this, I'll be able to at least lift these IBC totes and take them around the yard.
What are you planning to do to it?
Well, I got these little shims. They're hydraulic pressure shims. I'm going to put them in and see if it increases my lift capacity. It's supposed to bump up the hydraulic pressure a little bit and give me more lift. So I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, good luck with that. You know, if you were my wife, I'd take you down a peg or two.
Anyway, so I got these shims for the hydraulic pressure system in the tractor. And there's 3 different sizes. I'll put a link to these below if you want to check them out. And also got a hydraulic pressure gauge. So I'm going to install these in the tractor today. I got these IBC totes with firewood that, I'll be honest, this little baby tractor doesn't have the ass to lift them up, and which is really disappointing because I was excited about, you know, using the IBC totes for the firewood. Anyway, I'm going to put these shims in and hopefully it'll make this tractor better. First thing I'm going to do is check the existing pressure in the line here, just see where I'm at now and kind of get a baseline. So I'm going to start by doing that. I'm going to take the loader off so we can access the hydraulic lines a little easier, and then we'll get the rear tire off so we can get in there and get a nice look at where the shims are. And yeah, wish me luck. Okie dokie, so I have my loader disconnected and I've already installed the pressure gauge down here. Now the next thing I want to do is start the tractor, get her warmed up, take her for a cruise down the street and back to get the hydraulic and transmission fluid nice and warm. And then we're going to come back and test the pressure on the gauge and see what our baseline is. Now I hooked it up to the yellow color-coded connection there because there's this diagram here. So according to that, I guess yellow is lift. Okay, so we have the rear tire off, and I just want to say before we move on is that when you're taking the tire off of a tractor, especially the rear tire, and especially if it has liquid ballast in it like these ones do, is to be really careful because they're really heavy and it's not like a car tire. So on a car tire, this is your hub. On a car tire, you have studs that, you know, are threaded into the hub, and then you have a lug that you set the tire on, you have a lug that tightens it down. On this tractor tire, the hub is threaded and you just have a bolt that holds the wheel onto the hub. Now, what that means is when you're taking it off, you can't just raise the tire off the ground and take the lugs out because the tire is going to want to fall, and then your lug's going to bind up when you try to get that last lug out, unless you can hold it onto this rim here, which is not hard to do. I would say keep it level. You know, support the tractor, obviously, because you don't want that falling, but, you know, just support it enough to where the tire is still touching the ground and you can get it off without binding up your bolts. Now that we have that off, we can get to our area here where we're going to put our shims in, which is this bolt right here. Yeah, so let's move on and get some shims in. I believe that bolt is a 23 millimeter. All right, so this is what we're looking at. This is what came out when I took this bolt out. It's just that bolt slash cover and the O-ring and the spring. Now there are more pieces on the other side of this, but those didn't come out when I took this out, so I'm just gonna leave those in there. But if they do come out with yours, then make sure they go back in the right order. All right, so the shims go, you just take the spring out and they just go right in there. You put the spring back and you put it back in. Now what I have here is with this pack that I bought, it comes with a 0.1, a 0.2, and a 0.4 shim. Now, I was under the assumption that this would probably come from the factory with shims already in it, but there was nothing in there. So I'm probably going to have to order another set of these and add more shims to this. I don't know if this is going to put me where I want it to be, but we're going to see how much it brings it up from 1800 with just these 3 shims. Yeah, and these I'll of course link below. So let's put these in. I'll put the 0.1 in first. And that's it. Let's get this back in the tractor. Whew. All right, so I got the tractor back together. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get that rear wheel back on, but all is good. It's all together, and I took it down the road again to warm it up. So let's go see what kind of pressure we're looking at. Oh, yeah, before we were right at 1800, and I put in 0.7. I don't know if it's millimeter or what it is. I don't know what the measurement is, but it's 0.7 worth of shims. So let's see what that got us. All right, so it looks like we're about 2,000 PSI right now. So 0.7 worth of shims got us about 200 PSI. I kind of want to be around 2,500 at least, maybe 27. That's my goal. So I think I need to order probably 2 or 3 more sets.
Yeah, girl! Woo!
Hello, friends. We are in the future, as you can tell. There is no more snow and ice on the ground, and I have 6 more shims in the Kubota here, and they're all 0.4 whatever shims. So let's see what kind of pressure we're working with now. Woo! 3,000, almost 3,000 PSI. That's a lot. I don't know if we're going to keep it that way, but I can tell you right now that I like it. And the reason I like it is because I can finally lift those IBC totes with a full face cord in it. I feel like I'm about to tip over when I do it with the loader, but I have this these forks on the back here. It's a little more stable. I can move them around. So yeah, I like it.
Calling all the shots, baby, I'm a boss, you know I'm a baller. I keep the mansion running even when the power's not. I make it here with all them pennies and them dimes I got, 'cause every day
Well, that's all I got for this one. So yeah, if you found this video at all helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it that big fat thumbs down, and I guess I'll see you all in the next one. I'm gonna go put this big ass log back. Yeah.